Hi, my name is Harry Jacobs and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome to the North of 60 Gaming channel. Today we're going to look at WizKids Magic the Gathering Heroes of Dominaria. Dominaria has been decimated, and it is up to you as a planeswalker.
And we are ready to go and play Heroes of Dominaria. You can see the board is all set up and ready to go.
Will you be successful and come out on top to have the most victory points?
There we are.
Or will you fail? So we are playing from the orange perspective.
Let's get down to the table.
And yellow, you can see the board is already set up. The setup is very easy. In fact, for the board, you can see the player scoring markers to the top left. You can see I have placed out 2 mana in each of the locations of the resulting color, except for the one black. Oh, there's one. Oh, I may have actually knocked it, perhaps. Okay. To the one black. So we are ready to go. You can see here a little red gem. That's me just to put that up so I can keep track of whose turn it is, because I found when I was doing a little bit of a run through yesterday, I got confused and couldn't remember whose turn it was. So we are going to start with the orange player. The board is set up. You can see that I have set up, each player has 3 planeswalkers, 5 manaliths, and 8 ley lines to lay out, plus 5 mana that they will be able to use when they lay out their mana lifts. We also have public quests. We have a number of public quests. Oops, I moved the board. It's pretty tight here, folks. We have a number of public quests that we may fulfill during the game, such as having 5 or more people, 5 or more monoliths, that you have 5 or more Cabal tokens, 5 or more artifacts, recruit all your planeswalkers, and complete a quest if you've built all your monoliths. Oh, sorry, this one is... To the top we have quest cards. These are private quests. Everybody has private quests. Each player is dealt 4 private quests at the beginning of the game. You select 2, and you can see I have already selected 2. One is the Invoke the Diviner, which means I complete this quest, you collect 5 or more mana from one spot. And the Dauntless Bodyguard. To complete this quest, you must have 2 of your planeswalkers in any one location of another opponent's planeswalker. And we will address their quests as we come across them, because in theory we don't know what's going on. That is as simple as the game's is, and we are ready to play, and we will start from the orange player. The turn sequence is quite easy. The first thing that we are going to do is we are going to pick up a Dominaria card, and I keep smacking that board. Okay, we will look at the card. You can see that we are going to fill out red mana, and we are going to put out a artifact on Hammerheim, which is right there. Just to let you know, everybody, that I will be speeding up the videos in most cases when I am doing this chore, to just speed this up a little bit so that you don't fall asleep in the meantime while we're actually putting mana onto the board. This happens very, very frequently and very fast, and there we have it. Just to let you know that the actions are very, very simple in this. There are basically a number of actions that you take with the mana, and I'm just going to bring that up and show you right there along the board. We can, for 1 white mana and 4 colorless, we can build a planeswalker. We can take an artifact for 3 colorless and a blue. We can take out a Cabal for 2 colorless and a black. We can build a Manolith for 4 colorless and a red, and we can build a ley line for 2 colorless and a green. The idea is that we want to uncover these spaces, or in some cases cover them up for the bonuses, in which case then at the end of the game these will all count towards scoring. We will also get rewards throughout depending on what that is. Like, for if you look here, we will get a quest. If we look here, we get some green mana. So that's what's going to happen throughout the game. Once we've done this, we have to decide what we're going to do in terms of the game. It's very, very simple. Orange will want to move. He's going to move to the red. Actually, he's going to take the black mana first. Black mana is very important. You'll see why perhaps later on. And he's going to move to the red spot. That is his entire turn. That is all that he can do. It is now Purple's turn. He's going to repeat the process. He's going to take a card. You can see that it's just going to fill out the blue. And then he is going to take his blue and move it along to here. That's all enough. He does not have enough mana to do anything else on the board. And now it becomes yellow's turn. Yellow's start. He is going to pick up the green mana and move along to the red. That is as quick as the first player goes. However, did we forget to put a card out? We did. So this is actually going to fill out white mana. We're a little bit backwards at this point. However, the turn order is very simple. Pick a Heroes of Dominaria card, put the mana out, put any other token out, and make moves with your planeswalkers on the board. So before Arch takes his turn, he is going to take a card. You can see that he has to pull out green, and he's going to put the first Cabal token on Shadowdin. And then he will put out green mana in each of the spots. White is going to move. Orange is going to move. He is going to take the 3 red tokens. He's going to move to the black spot. He's going to spend 1 red, 4 colorless to build a monolith. And that is the first monolith of the game. There's no particular interest in that other than the fact that now he will produce a black mana every turn. That is all his turn is. We move the marker up. We take another card. We are going to put another Cabal token on Celeste. That is what that means. Or Celeste, I should say. And everybody's going to get a white token. And it comes back to the purple's turn. Purple now is going to reveal his Knights of Grace quest, which means he's basically going to start from Banali, and then he has to travel all the way over to Urborg. And to do that, we're just going to put a token underneath to remind him that that's what he is doing. And when you start a quest, you place it face up by your board so people know that you're working on that quest. He also is now going to take the white mana. And he is going to actually spend the white mana to put another planeswalker out. So he's going to spend 1 white and 4 colorless. 1 white, 4 colorless to put his next planeswalker out. When you put a planeswalker out, you can put it into any starting city, and you can put it into a city which somebody already is in. But he's going to go over to Orvada. That was his turn. He has spent all the mana that he has. And we are actually onto the second turn, if I recall. I must remember to move our marker. Watch me on that, folks. I'm bad. We're going to come up to yellow's turn. First thing we're going to do is take a turn. You can see that we've got white mana, another Cabal on Orvada. So this means that no matter what purple does, is he's not going to be able to draw this mana at this point unless he can get rid of that. And we're going to put white mana out. And all the way, including where the Cabal are. They are here. You can see how we've choked off some of the white mana points at this point. So getting white mana is going to be very difficult. It is now yellow's turn. Yellow's in a good spot for this, though. So what yellow is going to actually do in his turn is he's going to pick up the 2 black mana. He's going to move to Ceresi. He is now going to spend 1 black, 2 colorless to get rid of the Cabal marker. The Cabal marker will go down here on his board, and that is his turn. We are now into the third player turn. We are back to Orange. Orange has no mana. However, because he has the monolith, he has actually going to build black mana, which will be very useful in the later stages of the game. Now, in order to get an artifact, we have to be able to get blue. We need 3 colorless and a blue. He wouldn't mind getting to white. So at this point, what he is going to do is move 1, pick up the green mana, 3, spend 2 mana, so he's going to use his black and 2 of the greens he just picked up, and he is going to build his first ley line. So you will take the first ley line off the board, and he is going to build it that way. He's actually going to travel that way, so he's going to go that way, because if blue pops up, he'll be in good spot to brick that up. We will go to the next purple turn. We will pick a Heroes of Dominaria card. You can see we're going to get an artifact on Kadura, or Verdura, and then we're going to put some green out on all the spots. Green, 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 and green. And now it is purple's turn. Now, part of purple's quest, as we already said, is that he has to get over to Yerberg. Purple would love to get another planeswalker. He doesn't have enough mana there, but he could if he does this. So what he's going to do, he's going to move this guy up to Tolaria West. He then is going to take the blue mana, and then he is actually going to store it. Actually, you know what? He is going to actually build his next planeswalker. So he's going to take all his mana that he stored up, and he's going to build another planeswalker. Because he has a planeswalker on here already, he can actually move a second time. So he is actually going to move that a second time, and he's going to put another planeswalker down right over here. He has 3 of the 4 planeswalkers he needs to empty that out and get the first public quest. Yellow's turn. You can see we're going to put white out and all the locations. That is all we're doing. It is Yellow's turn. He doesn't have any mana except for 1 poor black mana, which doesn't really help him at this point. It will eventually. Yellow is going to take all this white mana. And he's going to actually spend 5 of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. In order to build a second planeswalker. He would really like to build it on a black space, or somewhere close to black, where there might be some black. So he's actually going to build it here. Even though he can't take the white, he can move over to Yerberg at one point or another. That is the Yellow's turn. We are up to the 4th turn already. The progression on this seems a little slow, I think, but that's just the nature of this game. We are going to spend... We're going to get more white and another artifact, and the artifact is going to Surest. Or Suresi, I should say. There's your artifact. And we're going to get some more white tokens. You can see the mana just piling up on the board. Look at this. Look at up there. Holy cow. If somebody could get that, it would be amazing. There should be one more white. There it is. Okay. We are back to our orange player. He is a little bit mana starved. This is going to be interesting. But I think what orange is going to do is come up to the red, and he also gets his black, which is nice. He is going to pick up the 3 red mana. He is going to place the red mana down. He's going to then, for 2 colorless and 1 green, he is going to build a ley line to this right there. That is his second ley line. It is now purple's turn. Heroes of Dominaria card. We get a Cabal in Dominaria West, which is right there. And then blue is going to get everything, a blue mana everywhere. So this game is replayable because you're never going to know what mana comes out. The problem, of course, now is that he can't collect the blue. There's no mana here. He hasn't built a ley line. So his best... what a waste of move. Then he's got to come down here and then back. It's very tough for purple at this point. Purple got pigeonholed up here. His best move seems to be to go to the white spot, pick up the white mana, but that is all that he can do, unfortunately. Not a good optimized move for purple at this point. We will move to the yellow turn. Yellow is now going to put a artifact token on Keld. And then red tokens on all the other spaces. So I guess where purple just took his turn, and not really a good optimized turn. Because yellow has 2, he does get 2 moves. He cannot take the mana from here because of the Cabal. What he will do, though, is go up here and take the green. 3, 4... He will spend 1 green, another green, 2, all 3 greens, and actually build a connection. Now, you can have multiple connections along ley lines, just to let you know if there was ever that type of a situation. He is going to put a ley line right there, and that is the end of his turn. He does not have enough mana to really do anything. He does. He does have enough mana to build another ley line should he choose. In fact, he will build another ley line. Actually, he's going to wait because I think he wants the black to take out maybe the Cabal here. We shall see. We're going to come down to our orange player again. He will produce his black mana. He has 1 player up there. And he is now going to take a card. It is a Cabal on the Vodka Sea. And, of course, more blue tokens everywhere. I don't know what happens if you actually run out of mana tokens. I suppose it's a possibility. When you see me leaning over, I'm just pulling out tokens. Whoops, we should move that along. Blue, blue, and blue. And now we're to the orange turn. Or I should say, yes, it is the orange turn. So the first thing that orange is going to do is he's going to pull out all this mana. There's a ton of white mana here. He does not have to move because of the ley line. And he says, oh, by the way, folks, I have completed this quest if I've collected 5 or more mana. So he now has 3 points for the end of the game. And we'll just put that under the board. If I can put it under the board, there we are. We'll just put it under the board so that we know that we've completed it. Now, he has a few things that he can do. The first thing he's going to do is spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these white manas to get another orange. He can go into any starting city he wants. He goes down to Esteron. He still has a move should he decide that he wants to move, and he does. He's going to move closer over to here to Kelleron. And that is the end of his move. He can also, actually, he can actually stay here, I believe. Let's just see. Do I have enough? No, I don't have enough mana for that. I was thinking I could build another mana lift, but I cannot. We're going to go over to the purple turn. We are on the 5th turn already, by the way. I didn't move the marker. We are going to get another Cabal on the Caligio Morass. Right there. We are going to put black in everywhere else. It is purple's turn. Purple is still trying to make his way over to this way. He has 2 moves, so he is going to move here. And he is going to pick up the 2 blue mana. This purple, he's in the green spot. I think he will move up to black here. That is all that he can do this turn, and we're going to make this the yellow turn. You can see how fast this game is progressing. Halfway through, and I don't feel like we've done really much of anything. We are going to get a artifact on Ordovi, wherever that is. Right there. So we have an artifact and Adobe. You can actually pick up an artifact even though there is a Cabal there. We are going to put white mana out everywhere. It is now Yellow's turn. Yellow does have a black. He cannot pick up the mana. He can't go there. So he's going to pick up the 2 white mana. Then he's going to move over to here. And then what he's going to do is spend the 1 black mana and 2 of the white mana for colorless, and he's going to take his second Cabal token and covers up the 5. He gets another quest card, and that is the end of his turn. He has nothing else he can do for that turn. We come back to the orange. We are on to the 6th turn. This game is only 10 turns long. He is going to put a artifact token into Urberg, and we're going to put black tokens everywhere. We are now down to the orange turn. Orange can move potentially 2 spots. So he is going to move 2 spots. 1, 2. He does have the black mana and 2 colorless, and he'll get rid of the white to off this Cabal. That is his first Cabal. Then he is going to pick up all this mana, and then he's going to spend 5 of them to pick up a Planeswalker, another Planeswalker, and he is actually going to put it right here. That is the orange turn. You can see now that we're starting to have more mana on the board. Things are starting to happen. We are going to pick purple's turn. It's blue mana and another artifact. Artifact is going to the Howling Sea and more blue mana. It is now that purple's turn. Purple goes, what am I going to do? He has blue and white. He could go after an artifact. And in fact, there is an artifact right there. So the first thing he's going to do is pick up his 2 greens here. He is going to spend 1 blue and 3 colorless to actually get an artifact. He can now take the artifact token, and he will choose 2 of the first 2. Take the 2 top cards off the artifact deck, and you may. So I could make another move each turn, but I like the idea of this monolith, being able to build a monolith for 3. It's also worth 4 victory points. So purple has now done that here. He's picked up the green. He is going to move 1 space closer to Erksborg. He should be able to do it by the end of the game. He is also going to build a ley line as well, because he is allowed to do that. So he's going to build his first ley line, and this is going to be an interesting one because there's really not much of anything anywhere. So he'll just put that there for now. Actually, he's purple. There, perfect. He'll put it up there for now. So that is the end of purple's turn. We are now yellow. Yellow is going to pick a Dominaria card. We are going to put another artifact out. It's going to Perma, which is somewhere. white, sorry. I'm looking for blue. Burma. And then we're going to put out white mana. You can see there it seems to be a lot of white mana. 2, 3, and there should be one more somewhere right there. We are now onto yellow's turn. Yellow is going to go 1 and 2, and he's going to actually take all this blue. At the very least, he can't do much, but at least he can take away all the blue that purple potentially could have on his next turn. Purple grumbles. At this point in time, yellow really can't do anything. He's not where a... Or I should say yellow can't do anything because he's not where a token is where he can get another artifact. His turn is over. We come back to the orange. We move our marker up. We take another Dominaria card. It is a black. It is a artifact token on Collegio Moss, as well as black cute tokens on all the black. 1. Okay, it is orange turn. Orange is trying to... good question what orange would like to do. Orange would love some blue. And of course, I forgot a little bit, but he also gets that black token there. Orange is going to move... He's going to take the... Orange is going to move here for 1. He's going to make a second move to here. He's actually going to take this 1 white mana. He is then going to spend 1 white and 2 colorless, and he's just going to use his black. 2 colorless to off the Cabal down here. This would be his second Cabal. He also now gets another card that says, complete this quest as you build a monolith on a Cabal token, which is a possibility at this point. Also, he says, I'm going to reveal I have another quest. You can complete this quest if his token or his planeswalker is with 2 other planeswalker. Oh no, he didn't do that, right? Never mind. I kind of messed that up. Oh well, it is what it is because I've already taken that Cabal token off. We will just play it, and I made a mistake. Orange should have been much more careful. What can I say? Orange, bad. It is now purple's turn. We will now pick another card. It's just straight greens everywhere. 3, 4. Green is still making his way here. Now he has only 1. Nope, he has 2. He only has a choice of greens or blacks. At this point, he's going to take a green token, and he's going to build another ley line. And he's going to build it this way. That is the end of his turn. As easy as that. He can actually move a second time because he's only moved to here. He's taken the mana. He's going to move a second time here. And he's set for his turn. It is now yellow's turn. We will pick up a Dominaria card. We will put an artifact out on a black Corellian, wherever that might be. There it is. And we'll put out a bunch of black tokens. It is now yellow's turn. Yellow is going to move to Stahan. He's going to take all this mana, and then he's going to move down to Erksborg. And then he's going to spend 5 mana. We'll keep a couple red back, and we'll take 2 of the blues. And he is actually going to build a monolith. And he goes, I have now completed a quest that says, as you build a monolith on a spot with a Cabal. So, and that... He is done. He has now completed a quest. We will just tuck that in under his card so we know that it's finished. And that is a yellow's turn. He's got some red. He's got some blue. Red's for building monoliths. Blue is for discovering artifacts. There is no artifacts here. So therefore he has to move on. He will get a black next turn. We are now back down. We're into the 8th. There are couple more turns left. Not too much. We're coming down to it. We're going to get a Cabal in Benali. You can see how quickly, though, the Cabal tokens start to choke off mana, which makes it a little bit harder. Orange's turn. He checks his quest. Oh, and he gets to add, the reward for that is actually he gets to add a black and red token. It is now the Orange's turn. Orange is now going to pull up 2 of the whites. He generates a black. He is going to move over to this spot. He actually has 2 moves. He is actually then going to do... Oh, there is no Cabal here. He's going to stay there. He's actually... Oh, and he can't even do that. I don't think Orange... That was the best move Orange could make. He picked up the white. That's fine. He is then going to move his other... He's going to move to the blue for a move. And then he's going to spend the 4 mana, which wipes him out of all his mana, to build a monolith. And he says, I've completed the same thing. And he gets a black and a red as well. So he gets a red and a black. That's all he can do. It is now come back to purple. Purple plays his Hero Dominaria card. We get on Bogdan, we get a nice artifact, and red goes out everywhere. And it is now purple's turn. Purple can make up to 2 moves. Purple is going to move once. He's going to pick up the black. He is going to move over to this spot here. He reveals that he has now completed this quest. The Knight of Grace, he has moved all where he needed to move to, which is a 6-point quest. He then also spends 3 of his black mana to off the Cabal there. And that his second Cabal. That is the end of a yellow's turn. Oh, yellow's got a ton of mana, but he really can't do much at this point without a green. So he's going to say, that was yellow's turn. We didn't take that turn. I guess we're back down to turn 9. This is back to orange. We are going to get in Stahan, we're going to get a artifact, and then red tokens everywhere. I think we're slowly running out of red tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4, we are back to the orange player's turn. The orange is going to generate a black and a blue, actually, which is good for him. And a blue. I think he's going to move to the red spot for his first move. He has orange. What is orange going to do? He's got some black. First thing he's going to do is he's going to fight the Cabal. He does get a blue and a black. So he's going to fight the Cabal for a black and a blue and one other color. So actually that is his next Cabal. So he's got actually 8 points here. Then he's going to pick up the 3 blue. 3 blue. And then he's going to spend a red and the blue and 3 colors, basically, to pick up this token to decide on what kind of artifact he may like to have. He is going to take the Druid Satchel. The other card is a ley line. We have to lay ley lines and put 4. We have run out of runway for that particular one. So this one allows us to build a ley line for just a colorless and a green, which is probably the better for him. For orange, he's picked up the mana, I think. Oh, no, I don't think he did. He used that. Nope, and he's going to pick up all this blue mana. So he's going to pick up all the blue mana, which really doesn't help him at this point. And that becomes the end of his turn. We are going to go now to the purple player. Purple does not have any monoliths on there. We are going to pull up another card. We get a Cabal on creation, wherever that is. There we are. And we're going to put a bunch of black tokens out. 4 is now purple's turn. Purple is not in a really good spot. He could use some red, but he's not going to be able to get to red anywhere. And he doesn't have any big moves here except taking a bunch of black. And then could he move and fight a Cabal somewhere? Not really. So he has a choice. He could move here, take a couple greens, and build another ley line. No, he doesn't have enough mana for that. So I think purple, his best move is to take a ton of this black mana that's sitting here. He really can't do anything with all this black mana, which is unfortunate for him. So he's not going to get a big move here. I think he's going to move here to get a red. And that's one move, and maybe he'll move over here. And that's all he can do this turn. We're going to move that up. We're coming down to the last turn. This is 9 out of 10. All the blacks are going to get a mana. Does this count as mana starved if I can't do something? I remember playing Magic the Gathering in my early days. This is the last and final turn for a 3-player game. Now it is orange turn. He has a ton of blue, but not much else. So, but he can generate a black and a blue. So he continues to have a ton of blue. I don't know if he can grab another artifact or not. So orange is going to move his 2 to this green spot. He can't draw the mana yet, but he can play his 1 black mana and 2 colorless to take this last Cabal. Then take the 3 colorless, and he's going to use the green, and let's just see how many times we can do this. 1, twice, which isn't bad. So he can build 2 ley lines at this point. 1 here and 1 here, which gives us 2 green, which really isn't particularly useful. And a discovery card. Again, not very useful. Complete this quest if your ley lines form a complete loop. Well, I don't think there's a complete loop anywhere. So basically that would be the end of the game for him. He has nowhere else to go, nothing else he can do. It is now purple's turn. See what purple can do to finish off with at least a big move. We're going to get a Cabal in Kiev, and green is going to get a bunch of spots. Purple is going to look for a big move this turn. Okay, what is going to give purple his best bang for the money? He's got a ton of black, but nothing else, and he has nowhere to fight. So he is going to take all this red. And red allows us to build monoliths for 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 5. So he can build a monolith where he is. Then he can move over here and spend the last 5 he has here. 2, 3, 4, 5. And he can build another monolith. which gives him another card here, which I don't think he's going to be able to fill. Complete this quest anytime you have 2 or more planeswalkers in the same locations of another planeswalker. That is pretty much all he can do at this point. There's nowhere else he can do. It is now going to be yellows. Yellow is going to look for a big move again. The last Hero Dominaria card, we are getting an artifact on the Yoda Sea, which would be down here, and then we're just going to put a bunch of blue out. Yellow only has 1 monolith. He's got 2 planeswalkers, so he could move 2. He could be looking to get an artifact. And yeah, I think he's in good shape to build. So he's going to move his 2. 1, 2. He's going to pull this white. First thing he's going to do is spend blue and 3 colorless, which I think he's going to use the black and another blue. So for a total of 4 mana, he is going to look at this artifact and try to snag a couple victory points here. So he's going to draw 2. And he's just going to take the one with the 5. You may score Black Lotus to add 3 mana of any one color to your mana pool. That is pretty cool. Black Lotus. Who doesn't like a Black Lotus? Oh my gosh. At this point, he's got some white and he's got some red. I don't know what's going to give me more points here. That's going to give me 4 points. That's going to give me 6 points. So he's going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to pick up that last meeple. And he is going to put it somewhere. It doesn't really matter at this point. And that takes us to the end of the game. It is now end of game scoring. I'm just going to clean up a little bit just so I can clear the board a little bit over here in the mess to just see what I can do to score. Nobody cleared anything off, so nobody really is going to pick any of the public quests, unfortunately. We did come close up here, but unfortunately he does not have enough mana for that. So just give me a moment. So we're ready to score. I'm just going to put this up here. There's your scoring criteria. There's no surprises there. So let's just start. The highest uncovered victory points, we have 6, 10, 16 for orange. Then the uncovered 11 for Cabal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for the Cabal. I hurt the purple guys here. There we are. And then each for the cards, we have 3, 6, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 for orange. That's me. Hooray! Now you know that really in solo play like this, I'm bound to win. It's probably a bit slated that way, but you never know. For our purple, he has 6, 10, 12, 17 points. And then he has 10 more points. So that'll take us to 27. And then finally, yellow. Yellow has 6, 8, 12, 15, plus 5, plus 8 is 22. So for some reason I managed to win. Purple second. That game played very quickly. If I look at the time there, really it was probably about an hour, give or take, just to get through this game ourselves. And you can see it goes very, very super quick when we're playing. So let's do some final thoughts. I could have paid more attention trying to get specific colors. When you're trying to teach, of course, I'm trying to show you the various aspects of this game. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of the public quests done. this is the final board. You can see the ley lines are out. We've got plenty of mana out. The cabals are out. I never felt out of control. Now, I don't know how it would play with 4 people and the cabals are out and more of these places might get cut off for us. So in a 3-player game, I didn't feel like I was ever overwhelmed by anything, though I did get starved for moves a few times where I'm over here and then there's no mana. So the take back is that a little bit that maybe I could get to the mana faster than you, take that away and force you to move somewhere or have no mana a turn. So you could, as Planeswalker, have that kind of interaction between the players, but for the most part there is no interaction between the players. You can't stop a person from coming to a space. They can put ley lines in the same space. They can put monoliths in the same space. So there is really little of interaction. If you're looking for a more interactive game where you're fighting each other, that doesn't exist in this particular game. However, I think as a filler, and you want to teach a game, there's some good mechanics around worker placement, like kind of like Terra Mystica baby-like. You're building your monoliths, you're building your ley lines, you're getting some rewards for doing something. So, I mean, this is a good builder for people who like Magic but may not be into board games, but it might be a good introduction into board games. But that's it for now. My name is Harry Jacobs. This is the North of 60 Gaming Channel. I am the North of 60. If you like this playthrough and like to see more, hit like. Subscribe to my channel. Be glad to have you here. Come into the community. Say hi. I do hang out on Board Game Revolution and Board Games for One among 2 of the Facebook pages. So please come in. Say, hi, Harry. How are you? If you want to see more of this, hit the notification, the bell, and you will be notified when these types of things come up. But for now, I am signing off. It is a beautiful Friday. It is going into the weekend. Unfortunately, last weekend was the long weekend. But it is exciting to have a beautiful day out. My dogs are gone to the kennel for the day. Not the kennel, but the doggy play yard where they take care of them for the day. Doggy daycare. So it is quiet around the house, thankfully. But that is it for the game. See you later, folks.